Did you know that the Iron Grenadiers were originally designed to be the enemies of Battle Force 2000? Stick around as we explore the Iron Grenadiers. Before Globulus, before Serpentor, there was another man with eyes on Cobra leadership. His name was Destro. Destro formed the Iron Grenadiers from the ranks of his Mars Industries company. The Iron Grenadiers were a separate, privately funded militarized unit maintained by Destro and are comprised of personal bodyguards, castle guards, mercenaries, and former international scoundrels. Destro tends to mobilize the Iron Grenadiers in a more civilized manner, using strategy, compared to how Cobras operated. The Iron Grenadiers have fought both G.I. Joe and Cobra. The Iron Grenadier Army are more motivated to follow Destro than Cobra troops are to follow Cobra Commander, because Iron Grenadiers have a higher financial gain and receive shares of Destro's weapon sales. Iron Grenadier troops are salesmen who work on commission. The more riots, revolts, and brush wars, the richer they become. In 1988, Destro and his Iron Grenadiers made their debut in the G.I. Joe action figure toy line. The initial offering included Destro, the leader of the Iron Grenadiers, and Iron Grenadier soldiers themselves. They were the elite troopers picked from Destro's personal bodyguards. Other Iron Grenadier troops include Ferrets, the drivers of the battle vehicles called Demons, Nullifiers, pilots of the anti-gravity pods, a vertical takeoff and landing vehicle, and finally Voltar, a mercenary commander recruited by Destro to be the general of the Iron Grenadiers. Destro came with a vehicle called the Despoiler. The Despoiler was Destro's air chariot, and it was originally designed to be a walking vehicle. But because it didn't move fast enough, it was reworked and became a flying vehicle. The Demon was a reworked version of the unreleased G.I. Joe Arctic Lion vehicle. The Demons could elevate for attack mode. A little known tidbit about the Demon is that the vehicle was originally designed with a light on its side that was powered by 3 AAA batteries. Ultimately, that feature was removed and we got the Demon without a light. A fun piece of playability was that Destro's Despoiler could land on top of any Demon so that Destro could command from atop that vehicle. The Iron Grenadiers ranks continued to grow in 1989 when 4 more figures were added. Annihilators were Destro's personal bodyguards. They were the elite airborne assault troopers. Next targets were troops deployed into orbit so they could re-enter the Earth's atmosphere over their designated target. Third, Wild Boars were the drivers of the frontline assault vehicles called the Razorbacks. Finally, Darklon, a distant cousin to the Destro clan, joined his army with the Iron Grenadiers. Darklon also drives the Evader vehicle. 1990 would see the last 2 releases of Iron Grenadier figures, and 1 vehicle for the classic toy line. Undertows were frogmen trained to function and fight in murky, polluted water. Metalhead was a walking anti-tank weapon with a voice-activated command system. When Metalhead yells, "Bang!" watch out. As to the vehicle, the Dominator, that was Destro's helicopter and tank combination vehicle. It would be re-released several times later, but none of these re-releases would be under the label Iron Grenadiers. Now, for an interesting possible discrepancy. First, we are told that the Iron Grenadier troops are picked from Destro's personal bodyguards. Then, we're told the Annihilators are Destro's personal bodyguards, picked from the Iron Grenadier troops. Which is it? Well, things would get figured out in 2003 when it was changed that the Iron Grenadiers are chosen from the elite forces of Destro. The Iron Grenadier troops resurfaced again in 2003 and 2004, shortly after the G.I. Joe toy line was rebooted at the 2005 G.I. Joe Collectors Convention in Minneapolis, Minnesota, when 2 new characters were added to the ranks. Iron Anvils were elite airborne commandos used only when brute force is necessary. And General Mayhem was a former Special Forces commander for the Russian army. The club also released an Iron Mech suit that was a special mechanized Iron Grenadier suit featuring lights and sounds. In 2006, the G.I. Joe Collectors Club updated the Nullifiers figure, and in 2007, the club added Rowdy Roddy Piper to the ranks of the Iron Grenadiers. His birthright was part of the Destro clan, and he became the combat training instructor for the Iron Grenadiers. To take a quick sidestep here, a figure named Iron Grenadier was released as part of the Sigma 6 toy line in 2007. However, he was no longer part of the Iron Grenadier army. Instead of taking orders from Destro, they would take orders from Firefly. 2008 was the 25th anniversary of G.I. Joe, and with it came a new body sculpt, or, as it has come to be known, the Modern Sculpt figure. An updated Destro and Iron Grenadier figure were released that year. In 2009, a repainted Undertow figure was the G.I. Joe Collectors Club membership figure. Iron Grenadiers disappeared for a couple years until a live-action movie-style version was released in 2011. The years 2012 and 2015 would both feature the Iron Grenadiers as the G.I. Joe convention bad guys. In 2012, we would be given updated versions of Annihilator, Darklon, Voltar, and 3 different versions of Iron Grenadiers. A new character, Sergeant Major Duncan, was added to the team. It was revealed he was the first Iron Grenadier and has become Destro's right-hand man at his castle in Scotland. The club also released a Russian truck with removable cargo covers so that it could be customized between Cobra, October Guard, or Iron Grenadiers. In 2015, the G.I. Joe Collectors Club gave us an updated versions of General Mayhem, Annihilators, Iron Anvil, Metalhead, and Undertow. While no new characters were created, 2 new ranks were unveiled: Iron Anvil Officer and Undertow Officer. An exclusive Iron Grenadiers KRE-O set was available at the 2015 San Diego Comic-Con that included Destro, Voltar, Darklon, Iron Grenadier Officer, and 2 Iron Grenadier Soldiers. This set was packaged with a Slaughter's Marauders set and a Triple T vehicle. To finish out the 3 3/4 toy line, an updated Darklon figure, which was based on version 1, was released from the G.I. Joe Collectors Club as part of Figure Subscription Service 5. And that, my friends, is a lot of toys. Thank you for stopping by and watching part 1 of Iron Grenadiers. Stay tuned next week as we explore and dive deeper into Iron Grenadier lore as we look at the comic book and the cartoons. Until then, I remain MacDowin. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you really, too high but liked it, please share it with everybody you know. That would be really awesome. Anyway, thank you again, and as always, have a wonderful day.